Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'll be taking you through week 1 of the Vert Code Elite program. This program has 4 phases, each phase being 4 weeks. So I'll be documenting my results and all that throughout the 16 weeks of the program. My goal with this program is to get to the mid 40s, get my vert to the mid 40s. Right now it's in the high 30s. So I want to be able to windmill in a game and stuff like that. That's my goals for this program. And this is actually my second time doing one of this trainer's programs. I did his first program actually I didn't finish the whole program, but I did it 3 years ago when I was stationed in Germany, and I remember it being pretty good. I did about 6 weeks of it. But yeah, so I definitely want to finish this one this time. So anyways, let's go ahead and get to the training. So phase 1 is all about building your base, mainly focusing on things like strengthening your core stability, your hips, feet, and ankles, and just working on your jump mechanics and technique as a whole, just to establish a good baseline before you start getting into the heavy lifting and things like that. Most of the exercises in phase 1 only require bands. Like this right here is a partial squat. And I noticed a lot of them didn't feel too hard, but actually I was surprised that I was sore the next day. This one here is a hip pull through. It's supposed to strengthen the posterior chain. Even then I didn't really feel it, but the next day I was sore. Here I'm doing the penultimate mobility. It's supposed to develop your penultimate step. Next was standing vertical jumps while focusing on a high target. My goal was to grab with 2 hands each time, which actually felt easier than I thought. So I switched it to standing vertical dunks, because that made me jump as hard as I could every time, because I gotta jump as hard as I can to actually finish the dunk from this position. Here is a lateral speed drill. It's supposed to strengthen the hips and your lateral speed with this band here. And then we finally get to actually touch some weights. So here I'm doing an oscillating squat. It's supposed to teach the body to contract and relax fast. This one actually felt a little bit harder over time, but it still wasn't too bad. But this one right here was the one-legged lunge squat iso holds, and this one actually got to me a little bit. This is probably the reason why I was sore the next day. Just holding, you go down and you hold for 5 seconds, then explode up. And the last exercise for day 1 was the plate hold drop. It's supposed to focus on contracting the posterior chain, glute and hamstrings, stuff like that. Moving on to day 3, which is a combination between jumping mechanics and technique and a pull workout. This warm up here I'm doing with the ladder drill is something I like to do because it kind of gets me warmer than just a regular dynamic warm up. Here is the assisted penultimate step with bands. Like I said before, use bands for the majority of all the exercises. A lot of them on the jump technique days are beginner level things, so I'm using this time to really try to perfect my right-left plant. I'm a left dominant plant jumper right now, but I really want to be able to get up the same height off of my right-left plant jumps as well. So I'm really using this time to focus on that. All right, that was all jump mechanics. Now it's pretty much the same thing without the bands. Starting out with just the penultimate step into the jump. Let me get it. Alright, so it's about 4 sets of 2 jumps each, but I noticed I could already make the one step jump, so right now I'm trying to, I'm gonna make it harder. I'm gonna go for 2 hands each time. Might not be able to get it off a drop step, but that's the whole reason we're doing this, right? Improvement. So like I said before, I'm a left-right dominant jumper, so trying to get a right-left dunk 2 hands, 1 step is pretty hard for me. And then obviously the left-right would be pretty easy, so I get this one with ease. And I really tried my hardest to get that right-left jump. I got close a couple times, but yeah, didn't get it today. So hopefully that'll be a progress check for me when I actually do get it throughout this program. All right, goal with the 1-foot approaches is to dunk with 2 hands every time. Really want to try to dunk with 2 hands as much as possible because I know I'm getting well above the rim. So the same goes for my right leg 1 foot dunks. I can't get up as high. I'm nowhere near getting a 2-handed dunk. I surprised myself making it with 1, so I definitely got to keep working on that. So I finished out the second half of day 3. It's the pull workout, which basically has lots of like linear speed movements and just explosive movements that are actually kind of hard because like you have to work on staying stable the whole time. So it's like one big core workout that's actually pretty tiring and taxing. I found myself being pretty sore the next day actually. But yeah, in next week's video, I'll be sure to include day 2, which is mainly just lots of core and stretching. And basically it's like an active recovery day. All 4 weeks of phase 1 are the exact same reps and sets and everything. So I'll be sure to document all that for you guys. If you have any questions about this or anything like that, just leave it in the comments and I'll go ahead and see you in the next video.